So, Paul, 17 minutes to go, 2-0 down. You must have feared the worst.
Well, it was looking as though the writing was on the wall. We made a couple of substitutions, tried to be proactive with getting back into the game, and probably a little bit unfortunate, probably to lose the game, to draw the game in the end, because I thought we had some great chances to win it later on.
Yeah, certainly an excellent fight back. But if we look back at the game prior to that point, not much in it really, but they just took chances with a couple of decisive moves. One of them of our own creation, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's the most annoying point since I've been at the football club, is that the goals sometimes we're giving away, teams aren't having to work for. And especially the second one. I know Grandy will hold his hand up, but I don't want to be too hard on him, because he's since I've been at the football club, he's been a great lad to work with, and he's been a consistent performer. So we'll put that one on the back burner, and we move forward to Boreham on Tuesday.
Yes, yeah. They come here on Tuesday, having won 3-0 at Southport and pulled themselves out of the bottom four. We've played them twice now in 4 days. Important, probably we take at least 4 points.
Well, I know everyone's sort of buffing the game up to be this and that, but myself, I'm just purely focused on our points all at the end of the season. What's annoyed me a little bit is people keep talking about 1 win in 9 or 2 win in 9 as it is. But the table could look an awful lot worse for us, because in that period, I think we've only played 2 teams that are in the bottom half. The rest of the teams have been fighting for promotion, and we've played against Cheltenham and Forest Green now, who are in the double header for the championship. So yeah, we've got to play a lot of teams in and around us, but it doesn't matter who we play. There's a lot of teams fighting for their lives. There's a lot of teams fighting for points to get themselves in a healthy position, i.e. in the playoff places, and we've got to respect every game we play. It's I know this league like the back of my hand now, and it's a league that if you don't respect the fixture, it really does bite you, and you end up very close to that trapdoor. So whether it's Boreham Tuesday night, Forest Green, Cheltenham, Kidderminster, we've got to pay the game the respect it deserves. And if we take our performance, especially in the latter stages of the game today, into Tuesday, we're a match for anybody, regardless who we play.
Since you've been at the club, we've seen more threatening at set pieces, and we've seen Danny Livesey score again from a corner today.
It's something we look at. It's something that I think the restarts are very important in football nowadays, right from the Premiership downwards. We walked through 1 or 2 things yesterday. It's nice when they come off. But like I say, it would have been nice today to win the game 2-0 and 1 set piece gone in. So it's sometimes keeping that back door shut that I'm looking for, and keeping that in clean sheets, which will enable us to have a nice base to go and win a game on. But like I say, not too harsh, because I think I saw a different side to this football club today, one that was so positive. It made me smile. And that was the way the crowd got behind us, the passion, the energy they showed, really did drive the boys on today. And I love that, and more of that, please, in the future games, because I think it really is such a positive effect on everyone at the football club.
The lads had gone into today without a game for the last fortnight, and you'd got 3 debutants today. How did you think they did?
Yeah, all 3 of them did really well. I think all 3 of them bring something different to the table. Tomo is what he is. I think he didn't really get a chance today to show that his prowess in front of goal. Rowie, you can just tell what a good player he is. You can tell he's played league football at a really young age, and in a tough game, really came strong at the end. Maybe could have had 2 goals. The header, the keeper did a great save for, and the volley at the end, which everyone thought was nestling in the top corner. So, but Michael excites me. He puts a smile on my face, and I think he's a crowd favourite already, with the energy, the trickery, and the positiveness that he brings aside. So, yeah, the squad's looking a little bit stronger now, because if you look at Jordan Williams come on and got the man of the match today, him and Pilkington were probably left on the bench today because of the injuries that they've sustained of late. Jordan with his hamstring and Pilks with his thigh. I didn't want to jeopardise them in the long run. So great problems for me on Tuesday night, because Jordan's thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Jace has come on and worked extremely hard and looked sharp. So there's a lot of competition, which I want at this stage of the season.
What do we know about Boreham Wood?
Look, they're like every club down there at the minute. They'll have their own goals. They're fighting for their lives. Fabulous result today away at Southport, but it's...
They won at Braintree, I think, didn't they, recently as well?
Yeah, won at Braintree. They've probably got a better away record than they have the home. But once again, this is a tough old league, and it's a fixture that we've got to respect. And like I say, we'll respect everyone in the league. We've had a tough run of games against teams in the higher echoes of the league and teams with ambition to get promoted. Now we've got to have a very, very similar mindset to teams that are at the other end, you know, down there fighting for their lives. Dare I say, with ourselves, because anyone from really 12th position downwards could get pulled into a battle. So yeah, fully focus on it. You know, we want to play the game, not the fixture. What I mean by that is whether it's Boreham Wood, Cheltenham, doesn't matter, Kidderminster, it doesn't matter to me. It's the fixture we've got to look for. It's the 3 points we've got to look for to achieve our short-term goal, which is to get that 50 points, and then we'll plan accordingly from there.
Any knocks today?
A few little knocks. What's annoying me, once again, we lost 2 this week. Mella we lost, and Neil Ashton, and Ash has come back, worked extremely hard, and put himself in contention for the game today. And then we lose him yesterday with a niggly knee. So we hope that everybody's okay. We've got to wrap them up in cotton wool sometimes to make sure that we've got the full quota of players to give us the best chance of getting results week in, week out.
You're looking to use your squad. I mean, obviously we've got Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday coming up. Are you likely to start with a similar lineup, or are you likely to mix it up a bit to keep fresher lads in?
Well, we'll look on Monday. I just think we've got to be realistic. We've got 1 or 2 people chomping at the bit. Al Ray was very unfortunate today not to be involved. Been training excellent of late. Showed a great mindset and really, really hungry. We've got some good players that Andy Harwell's not involved today. So look, what we'll do, we'll come in Monday. We'll assess where everybody is. Make sure that not just physically but mentally, people aren't fatigued, and then they pick the side accordingly for our next game on Tuesday.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.